Okay, well, welcome to the first of this series of videos on my practicing. Um, this is really mainly for myself, but if you're watching, I hope you get something out of it. And yeah, so here I'm just starting with some breathing techniques. I picked this up at the U.S. Army Band. Tuba euphonium workshop a few years ago. I can't remember the name of the person. I think he was a professor, a tuba professor somewhere, and basically it's you breathe in for 4, you breathe out for 4, you breathe in for 3, out for 5, in for 2, out for 6, in for 1, out for 7. And that's pretty much it. And what I'm doing there with my hand is I put it sideways along my, across my mouth like this, and that way you can hear, if you're breathing properly, you can hear the air rushing past your hand on the side like that, and then I bring it out in front of me so that I can feel, sort of on the palm of my hand there, I can feel if, the sort of consistency of the airstream. And that last one there was a in for 1, out for 1, in for 1, out for 5, in for 1, out for 30. And what I'm doing there is I just put the back of my hand, I sort of breathe very lightly on the back of my hand just to sort of tickle the hairs on the back of my hand there. Okay, so now that we're all breathed and we've got our lungs working, here's long tones. So I'm not sure if I mentioned this yet on the channel or in the video, but basically I haven't played in a year. That's basically it. I've been on parental leave. It's been a wonderful experience. But, my daughter has just gone to daycare this week, so here we are getting back in shape. It's a little shaky. Definitely can feel it in the corners. You can always feel it right here in the corners, is these muscles that get really weak. They atrophy after a while, I guess. I should also apologize for this camera angle. I fix it in a minute. As well, the the accuracy of my attacks always suffers when I take a break. And what I'm doing right there is exactly what I tell all my students never to do, is to just hammer away at it. Just try over and over and over again. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It just makes you frustrated. So hearing the transitions and the vowels. There's a bit of garbage in there. Intonation's not too bad. Getting a little double buzz in there. I can feel it in my chops now. I can feel it. Feel it in my chops. There we go. There's the better angle. I think that's the microphone, but it's sort of warble in the volume. I think that's the microphone. Yeah, that sort of muddy transition between all the notes. Maybe I should do some half valving. Sometimes what works there is, your chops, you get sort of swollen and, they don't respond up and down the harmonics like that as well as you want them to. And one of the best ways to sort of get through that is to half valve. Should probably try that. Low range has definitely suffered a little. Yeah, it's that. Intonation's a bit funny down there. At a certain point, you have to go forward. I'd say my posture has really suffered. baby carrying posture. My mom always told me about this. Not told me about this, but just talk about it. You sort of stick your hip out and put your baby on your hip, so you can, stir a pot or dish up some lunch or, whatever. And that's how I'm standing right now. I'm supporting my euphonium with my hips. That pulsing is definitely the microphone. I'm sure that's the auto leveler or something on the microphone. I hope. I'll have to look out for that tomorrow. Alright. Okay, so not so bad. Not so bad. I can feel my chops burning. I remember them really burning after that. Yeah, the intonation wasn't bad. There's a couple of notes didn't speak. Again, that's an issue of airflow and just getting everything moving again. So that's the point of this warm up, is just sort of getting everything going. I have to figure out a better microphone setup here. So this little warm-up is all based on the Remington technique, which is an old school technique from the Eastman School. Ray Remington was a professor at the Eastman School, if you don't know. And he's a trombone instructor. I started as a trombone player. Moved to euphonium sort of later on in high school. I've just kind of done both through my entire professional career, and that's just sort of what I'm doing with the military right now, as youth. But I find this trombone method, it translates really well across all the brass instruments. I do it on tuba as well, and baritone and bass trumpet and all that stuff. It's fundamentals, just the fundamentals of brass playing, basically. It's nothing that's gonna necessarily propel you to greater heights, but just for the building blocks and for getting everything kind of buzzing and flowing and moving, it's really good. This is this is very much just that classic, the Clark chromatic exercise, but with a batonus twist there. I really feel my shoulders. I can feel my shoulders today. My shoulders are very stiff today. Yeah, here we go. Bit of a stretch. I can feel that now. I can really feel that now. And it's tough when you're, when your muscles are used to it and you're doing, however many hundreds of parades a season, and you're holding this thing every day for hours at a time on a parade square. It's you just get used to it. You don't realize. You take a year off, you don't use those muscles day to day in normal human life. Actually, not too bothered about my fingers here. They're doing okay. I don't love my left hand, which that fourth valve finger, see how it's coming off there? Watch that. I've always been a proponent of not being too stiff with your fingers, not being too, obviously not stiff with your fingers, but not being too worried about keeping constant contact with the valves. I always found that made my fingers very stiff. So allowing them to not fly around uncontrolled, but just have some freedom of movement. Still figuring out the setup. Still figuring out the setup. What to put where and which toys to move out of the way. Yeah, see that left hand? That fourth valve finger was about 6 inches away from the valve until right before I knew I was going to have to use it. wondering more and more about my posture. I hope I don't stand like that normally, certainly not on parade. I was going to do a number on my back. See, I'm kind of chewing the notes. Gotta watch them. There's a delay in the beginning of the note. So it's interesting how it's easy to not hear that. It's easy to not recognize that when it's actually going on. It's things that we allow ourselves to get away with. Stay hydrated. Suspect intonation there. This is always to be expected. Is that swollen, dry chops, and lips that just don't want to respond the way they once did. They just don't want to respond. Inaccuracy in lip slurs is all imitation. Definitely not breathing deeply enough. I'm not getting. That's the breath I need, not. That's the breath I'm taking. First day back. It's the microphone and how much of it is me, but that I seem to remember that sounding a little fatter. A little fatter when I was doing it on the day, but I don't know. That's why we record ourselves. But that sounded very, very choppy, very sort of plottish, kind of deal. Yeah. Okay. Well, that is my first day back after a year of parental leave. So, yeah, I'm gonna check back in tomorrow. Do the same thing tomorrow. Hopefully there'll be some improvement. Hopefully there'll be some improvement. Yeah. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.